What's up, guys? What? What's that, Ollie? Loud. Come here. Oh, I can barely touch you. I want my tools. All right, shovel off some snow. Hey guys, I'm in the process of laying my plywood flooring for the attic loft area. I got 2 rows in, or at least the majority of 2 rows in. I haven't finalized the end of the 2 rows that define my stairwell down there. I'll go back and piece those in as I get there. I'm just laying the full sheets or the 4-foot sheets for now, and then as I get down there I'll finish all that up later. But now that I'm on my 3rd row of flooring, I have 2 posts at this end and 2 posts at that end, but that won't affect my flooring, plywood flooring down there, but because they're in my stairwell. But the 2 posts at this end, these 2 6x6 posts, there's 2 ways I could have done these. I could have extended them. Ultimately I want them to go up and help support my gambrel roof rafters as I put them up there. I'll have these extend up, and then I'll nail into my gambrel rafters to help stabilize those. So initially when I was building this, I could have purchased 4 6x6 posts that were significantly longer. I don't know, my peak's 21 foot, but these aren't, that's to my center. So let's say maybe 20-foot posts and then 4 foot down on the ground. I could have bought 4 24-foot 6x6 posts, but I opted not to go that route. I didn't want to deal with maneuvering ones around that were that big and that heavy. I mean, I suppose I could have done it, but I didn't see the need in doing it. As opposed to that, I decided that I'm just gonna sister two 2x6s on either side of the posts, and they'll overlap these 6x6 posts by a few feet, and then I'll extend those up after I get up my gambrel rafters and attach those in. So I'll have 2 on this post, 2 on that post, and I'll do the same at the other gable end. So in doing that, I'm just going to notch out a spot for where these where the 2x6s, these posts will extend up through my plywood sheathing. So I may have to modify it a little bit later, but I'll cut it roughly to size right now, and I can always fine-tune the opening later with my jigsaw. But I'll go ahead and do that so I can get going to my 3rd row. Hey guys, during this project I've been using this Great Stuff Pro Series construction adhesive polyurethane foam. I used this when I was building up my beams, the tripled up 2x12s. I used this to glue them, and then I nailed them as well, both beams running the length of the barn that I laid my floor joists on. And then I'm also using this adhesive foam for laying down my attic floor, loft floor. I'll lay it in all the floor joists and lay the plywood flooring down and then nail it down after doing that. And this, I've been using the same can since I started. I mean, I've laid 10 pieces of plywood flooring and done 60 foot of tripled up 2x12s, and I'm running on the same can. I mean, I don't know how many of the other, caulk gun style adhesive that it would take, but I'm sure I'd have to swap out several bottles of that as I go. I mean, if you can see down there. I mean, this is great. It's got the gun, you just pull the trigger and it just keeps coming out, just like other similar Great Stuff products. I have found it, today it's a little bit warmer, it's low 40s. It seems to be coming out of the tube well. I mean, I keep it inside at room temp, but yesterday when I was doing it, it was pretty cold. I don't know, maybe mid 20s or so, maybe dropped down a little lower than that as it got later in the day, low 20s. And I could tell it was slowing down as it was coming out of the gun. But on these warmer days, and when I initially take it out of the house when it's at room temp, it seems to lay very nicely, and it just keeps going and going and going. I mean, I still have some left in this bottle, so yeah, I mean, this stuff's amazing. Hey guys, I think I'm gonna take today off from working on the barn. Well, technically today and yesterday. We've been getting snow down, decent amount yesterday, and a little bit more today. I would have thought we would have gotten a lot more than we did, but maybe we got like 5 inches. It's pretty drifty right here, but I don't know, 4, 5, 6 inches or so. But since I'm mid-project on laying down the plywood flooring, and I got to use my glue and stuff, I could go up there and sweep off the snow, but since I have snow actively coming down, I don't really want to deal with snow coming down and laying glue at the same time. And so I think I'm just gonna hang out with the kids today. Maybe we'll go out and do some sledding behind the four-wheeler. But I think they're extremely excited. We're about to go to the store and get some cookie dough and make some chocolate chip ice cream cookies. Yeah, is that what you call them? Chocolate chip ice cream cookies. So I think we're gonna go and do that and take a break today. So see you later. This will help me find any high nails I didn't get fully seated in the nail gun or the hammer. Oh, got one. Yep. Shovel this off today and give the sun some time to melt off the top of the joist, hopefully. We'll see. It's a nice day out. Kind of nice with the sun. Just have several inches of snow delaying things, but that's okay. I don't mind the snow. Because we need a 2-foot piece back there for the first row of the plywood. So we got to cut 2 foot, and then the next row we'll use the 6 foot, and then the next row we'll use an 8 foot, and then we'll go from there. Yeah, but yeah, we got to cut on this line to get it going. I got to slide it off this plywood, otherwise I don't want to cut this plywood. Keep backing up. Back up all the way. Get that line just past the edge of the plywood, because I'm going to go through it a little bit more. I shouldn't have anything underneath it. Nope. And then as I cut, Nick, you can just kind of support that. Not initially, but just the corner. Or no, hold up this corner as I go through. That's where I get going. You hold up that corner. You have to hold both sides. Yeah, just hold that corner as I go through. You ready?
Yep. Yeah.
And then when you cut, and you never want to be like right behind the saw, because every once in a while it might, I mean, not so much on public plywood, but kick back sometimes. So I always stay clear of the blade in case it kicks back, it doesn't get me.
Hey Dad, can I stand here?
Yeah, that's fine.
Here's the board we just cut.
Snap, hold up high, hold up high. Yep, hold it. Let it go. Here's 2 lines, but that works.
Alright guys, we have our chalk line.
Got a couple marks, but it'll work for the glue. Alright, set that off to the side. Hey guys, I'm getting back out here today working on the barn. This is the first major delay that I've had because of weather. A few days ago we got a decent amount of snow, and after it was done snowing, I went up there and shoveled off the tops of the joists, but there was still a decent amount of ice built up on them, so I had to let the sun get to it and melt it and dry it out. I looked up there today, it looks dry. I probably could have laid more flooring today, but since I wasn't going to be able to finish up the flooring until I got my upper landing for my stairs completed, I decided to frame out the upper landing that comes out 7 foot from the outside wall. And with my gambrel trusses or gambrel rafters I'm building, the outside wall kind of tapers in a little bit as you go up on the first pitch, making your way up to the second pitch of the roof. And in order to meet the head clearance, you need at least 6 foot 8 inch head clearance. In order to get to that head clearance, I have to come out 4 foot from the outside wall. I'll come in 4 foot, and at 4 foot it's about 7 foot head clearance, so it's a little more than I need, but I'll come in 4 foot, and then from the 4 foot mark I come in another 3 foot, another 36 inches for my landing, because the landing needs to be the same width as your stairs, same dimensions as your stairs, and my stairs are going to be 36 inches wide. So I got that all framed out. Either tomorrow or later on in the week I can finish laying my plywood flooring, and then I still need to frame out my lower landing, but I can do that at a later date. That's similar requirements. You need at least 6 foot 8 inch clearance, so lower landing will be a few foot off the ground. I don't know, 3 foot and some odd inches, I forget, but I measured it out, and then I'll do up my stair stringers and hook them up to the 2x12 ledger I got up there. I just have the ledger temporarily screwed in. I might have to I don't know if I'm gonna get brackets to put behind it just to make it a little stronger. We'll see. I mean, I just screwed in temporarily so I can determine exactly what I want to do with that, if I just want to nail it in or add some brackets for additional reinforcement right there. But yeah, I think that's it for today. I'm gonna go ahead and get the animals all buttoned up and put away for the night and call it quits. Hey guys, just finished up the plywood flooring today. We're supposed to be getting some rain a little bit later this evening, so I want to get out here and get it all wrapped up. So I'm going to have to wait for the floor joist to dry before I lay my glue down again. And then we're supposed to get snow after the rain, so I'm glad I was just able to get all the plywood flooring all buttoned up. I got my stair opening there. I'll frame that out eventually. I just got to trim that plywood sheet back about a foot or so. I didn't know exactly what type of overhang, if I was going to do an overhang on the steps or not, but so I wanted to leave it a little long. I anticipated doing an overhang, so I just wasn't sure what depth overhang I was going to do, so I'll go back and trim that later. That'll be no big deal. But I think it came out pretty well, all in all. I mean, definitely learned a lot doing the project. You learn pretty quickly when you lay down the glue, and the time and the clock starts ticking by the time you gotta get the sheet down and start getting it nailed and stuff like that. It starts getting a little tacky, but I think it went well. The kids came out and helped me finish it up. If the nail gun wasn't seating down the nails properly, then the kids would go back and tap it in, or let me know when the tongue of grooves were coming together to the right distance and stuff while I was tapping on it. Some of them gave me a little bit of a struggle, and the gaps didn't come out quite what I wanted. Just weren't seating in well for whatever reason. Some of the tongue and grooves get messed up. The groove was messed up from shipping, and I probably could have given the grooves maybe a little bit more attention before I tried putting the tongue in there, but as I went on and on, it got better, but a couple of the sheets gave me a bit of a struggle. But all in all, pretty happy with the project. Now I'll be on to laying out my rafters and getting that underway. It's pretty exciting to get the rafters up there and get the roof line defined. So yeah, looking forward to that.